Hey there guys, thanks for coming on back to the Terralux's YouTube page. My name is Tanner and I'm again joined by my good friend Sebastian. Today we're going to be showing you the second part of the Vaulted Glass raid, which is going to be the Pre-Templar fight.
Glad to be back once again. So again, this next part is going to help you navigate through the walkthrough and decide which part you want to be at. Alright, so now that you've gotten through the door and officially started the raid, there are a few tasks you'll have to complete before you can actually fight the first boss.
This right here is our good friend the Templar, but at the moment you can't damage him, so I wouldn't worry too much about him just yet.
This segment of the raid is going to be broken down into 4 separate objectives. The first of which you and your teammates are going to have to defend the conflux located where you originally jumped down. Also, while this video is paused right here, it's worth mentioning that that circle of light may play an important role later for your group's success, but we'll talk about that later.
Guardian down.
Now, the Vex is going to try to sacrifice himself to the conflux that's in the back of the area. However, it's not crucial that your fire team stands next to the conflux, and on the contrary, it's actually more productive to separate into smaller groups and attack the Vex in the left corner, the right corner, and on the middle staircase, as this is where they're going to spawn at.
Right here, you'll see a new enemy called the Fanatic. Locating these enemies will be a crucial part of this segment. You'll understand more as the video progresses.
This swirling green vortex here is the reason the Fanatics play such a crucial role in this segment of the raid. Every time you kill a Fanatic, it's going to drop one of these vortexes. They must be avoided at all costs. When you see this notification about the Templar summoning its legions, you can understand that the conflux is safe. You and your fire team are now going to move to the middle staircase as a large horde of Fanatics is about to spawn.
So right here, you'll notice Tanner runs through the mist, and you'll see a notification pop up right here. This is a death warrant. The Templar performs a ritual of negation, which will kill any players that have that mark. That being said, there is a way to save yourself if you happen to get marked. As you see, when Tanner runs through that large circle of light, it will tell you've been cleansed, and then you are no longer marked.
So, as a side note, I learned while we were recording this video that the Fanatics will explode if you get too close to them, so don't do that. Now, despite the fact that I died, you can see here that my team does have their full attention devoted to this center staircase. We're trying to really wipe out these Fanatics before they can get up and infect the area with their mist.
For this next objective, your fire team is going to want to split up into 2 groups of 3. Each group is going to be responsible for defending one of the 2 confluxes. The first conflux is located right here. This is the left conflux. This is the right conflux. Each group really just needs to make sure the Vex do not sacrifice themselves to these confluxes. It's pretty straightforward.
Guardian down.
Again, this notification means that the confluxes have disappeared and your team needs to make their way to the center staircase. You may want to designate one person to clean up the harpies that spawn in the back. If you can spare the firepower on the stairs, it's nice to have someone kill these harpies, as they can become a minor nuisance. Your next objective is going to be very similar to the previous 2. However, now there's the third conflux here. You're going to need to defend that as well. Split your fire team into 3 groups of 2 for this. Because this objective is nearly the exact same as the previous 2, we're going to speed the video up a bit to save some time.
This glowing ball right here is going to be a gigantic pain in your ass, and this next portion is dedicated solely to them. These are the oracles, and your team's new objective is to destroy them. These oracles are going to spawn all over the map, so you and your fire team are going to want to spread out as much as you can do safely. Fortunately, you can hear a chime every time one of them spawns. You'll have to consistently listen for this. Supposing your fire team misses an oracle, all is not lost. Failure to destroy one of the oracles will mark the entire team for negation. Lift up your eyes, discouraged one.
Lift up your eyes, discouraged one.
Have your fire team run into the well of light and you'll all be cleansed.
Now, in addition to the oracles, there's also going to be minotaurs, goblins, and hobgoblins consistently spawning in and around the playable area. It's crucial that you designate 2 members of your fire team to focus solely on eliminating these enemies. 4 players locating and destroying the oracles should be plenty. This part will take you several minutes to complete, but it doesn't get more complex or more difficult as time progresses. So again, to save time, we're going to fast forward the video a bit.
Now that you've spent the last 6 hours doing this repeated step, you are finally ready to fight this first boss.
There's a stranger in my bed. There's a pounding in my head. Bottles all over the room. Some strippers' clothes are in the pool. I smell like a mini bar. DJ's passed out in the yard. Barbie's on the barbecue. Is this a